Why, hello everybody, welcome, my name is Rubydung, welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base. I'm going to do a little bit of work around here, but mainly in today's episode, I am wanting to come all the way up here and fix a long-standing thing that is needing to be fixed for a long time now. It needed to be done. It should have been done a long time ago. Well, with the newest release, it kind of has to get done now. So, what my main hope for today's episode, after I do a little bit of napping, what my main hope for today's episode is actually going to be heading all the way down this direction and doing some work on the villager farm. So, as I head over here, the villager farm is no longer operational, like even remotely. It is not possible for it to operate. So, the reason being, in the newest update, they have changed how villagers breed. So, because of that, I am no longer capable of breeding multiple villagers here. The villagers that I have in the system are going to be the only ones now, because villagers now kind of go hungry-ish, in which case my hope is to take these two guys, these two right here. Luckily one of them is a brown coat, because that's all I need, is just need one brown coat for this, because brown coats can give food to other villagers, but I need to provide them with farmland. So what I, for the most part, need to do now is basically rip up this whole thing up here, and then probably, with a minecart, pick these two guys up and move them over to the side. And then what I'm going to need to do is make a whole new system. So I'm going to need to tear out this entire thing up here, like the whole thing. Whole thing has to go. None of it's usable, so all of it's gone. So after I get this nice and torn out, I am going to be trying to show for you guys what the new build I'm hoping for is. Also, while I'm tearing this out, I need to go jump back down and grab the minecart, so that way these guys have something to go. I'm also just going to begin tearing out the doors as well, but I need to make sure none of this is here, so that way I don't wind up accidentally causing these guys to fall off to somewhere they shouldn't be. So I'm going to need to be very careful. But because doors can stack now, this is going to be a lot easier. I'm not going to have my inventory filled up with doors. But yeah, I'm just going to go through here and slowly destroy this area. Then I'll be back with you guys with hopefully the first part of the build nice and ready to commence. Alright, I've gone through and I have moved my villagers to right here. I'm going to technically need 3 of them, so I'm going to need to move up one of the guys from down below. But technically, for this project, I'm wanting 2 farmers opposed to just the 1. So, it's pretty good that I also have, like, 5 down there all stuck in a single cell, though. So I'm going to have to find a way to pry those guys out. But technically, these 2 should be just fine. I am wanting 2 farmers, but those guys will just stay down their cell. I only need the 2. So, for this project, what I'm going to be needing is that in front of this window here, I am going to need to build out like this. Alright, so now I'm going to want to break this down, and on the lower layer here, just building this out so I have a bridge, I am going to begin building out a little border of such, like just basically think of it as some form of, like, extension. So, this is even numbered, which is not great for what I'm wanting to do, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just going to have to be off even, but I build off even stuff all the time, so what I'm thinking for this, technically I could make it even, but there's no real point in making it even. I also could just build it slightly off, but yeah. So what my main hope for this is this is going to be the corner starting here. So, break these blocks here and here. I just placed those here, but what I'm going to then want to do is place block here. That's going to go down there. and break this, and boom. Okay. Place that there for the future for whenever I begin building other things. So, next up is I'm actually technically going to want to remove this and replace it with dirt. So, just like this, I am going to want this dirt to extend. So it's going to wind up being 4, then a block, then 1, 2, and then I'm going to want to go another 4. So 3, 4. Now, in the exact center here, so 4 and 4, I need to go 4 in, just like this, and then go 4 out from this on each side, which will then make a square. Nice and perfect. Alright, now I also need to do this on the opposing end, just like this. I'm not going to remove any of those because I am going to need to fill these in. So, just going to leave those little mistakes. As a matter of fact, make it look like that was intentional. I do need to remove this, though. But yeah, fill in all of this and break this block here. And now continue filling this in. Oh, I need to continue filling in with dirt. Aha. Now, after I put this in, I am going to need to find a way to put a water stream down here. I think this should be fine. It's not going to break anything. So, water stream here, then, like that, and then come all the way up, and like that. Alright, so, I now have a little bob of water there, and I'm actually going to put a lily pad on top of it. Boom, just like that. Now, crafting table, I can fill in this place with soil. Well, I've already filled it in, but like fertilized soil, what's it called? Tilled soil. And now, also, what I'm wanting is to surround this platform with a drop like this. So it's like a trench, basically. Surround the whole platform with one big, long, trench-like thing. I'm not going to surround the whole thing. The window side's not going to have this. But this is what I'm thinking for the actual around area. And then this area itself will not have this. So just break that on this end. And also I need to, underneath this area, is go around and put this in. I can already tell this thing is going to look disgustingly ugly from the outside, but who cares? I never make things that look good. So, yeah. Go through and finish and putting in this, and now I'm also going to want on the opposing side over here also build this up. So, it is going to be similar to a trench, kind of. But I also am going to need to change elevation here a little bit. So you're going to have to work with me as I, because right now I'm just needing to put this in to get the basics of this. Because after I put this in, just like this, and I am going to need to do boom like that. And now I'm going to need to put in water. Goes all the way like this. Now, I would want to break this, and technically I'm going to break this. Then, drop down, block here and here, and another block here. Alright. And now, just like that, and now I need to cap that off and begin putting this on these sides. So, like that. And now I just need to slowly expand off in this direction. I need to be very careful where I put blocks very still. And this one's going to have to be a bit weird. I'm going to have to come out to the side so I can get the corner like that. And now come all the way around. So I'm just going to quickly do this, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright, I have now gone through and have made sure all of the water is in, so it goes all the way through and drops down to that chute over here. I also put trapdoors along the side, and have also put in a barrier. So, the goal of this is that the villagers are all going to be in this main room here, and they'll try walking over the trapdoors, but will not be able to because there will be this wall on the side here. But now that I have that nice and in place, my next goal for what I'm needing to do here is I need to grab my doors, and I need to go through here. I want to make sure that they are being placed in a order I like them. I don't know why I'm being picky about this, but, yeah, no, that's just not possible. But, going through here and putting them in like this, I'm now going to have doors that they will want to path to. So break this block and pop up here. The villagers in here will want to path over here, but the only ones that can are going to be the baby villagers, in which case they will want to pathfind over these trapdoors here. So that means basically the adult villagers are going to be stuck inside this room here. I am going to put lighting inside this room, so I might as well go ahead and put this in. So basically just like this, and then just like this, and just like this. And then I am also going to put lighting here. Basically, I'm not going to put any lighting directly in front of the window because I don't want to block it, but this should be by far enough light in order to keep the villagers safe inside here. So next, I just need to go through here and put in more doors. So basically, just walk alongside here. There we go. Got all the doors. And then walk alongside here and put in all of the doors. I'm one short. Of course, I'm one short. Oh, man. Do I really need that one extra? Yes, I want it to be even. So I can't craft one door. I have to craft 3 nowadays. So let's put this in here and then just jump all the way back up. There we go. So break that. And now what I want is, with the wood I still have, put in this, and this will be filled in over time. But now what I'm basically wanting is, over the doors, I'm wanting to put in a roof. So just go through here and put this in. I also want to make sure all the doors are closed, because if I ever see an open door, that means a villager has escaped, and that is a problem. So now continuing going through here and putting this in, I am then, after that, going to extend that to this area over here, in which case, afterwards, I will till the soil here and release both villagers into here, and after that, I just need to throw some crops in. So, let me just finish up filling in the side roofing area here. Alright, I have now extended the walls all the way up, and I have tilled the soil and put in carrots. I decided on carrots. My choices were wheat, potatoes, and carrots, and I decided on carrots. I just think of the foods that I'm probably going to wind up wanting a bunch of. I guess carrots could be the most. I don't know. I just had to make a choice, and I decided on carrots. No particular logic in it. It's just I needed to choose one. That's the one I chose. So, now, with that nice and said, what I need to do is push in these dudes all the way into here, presumably one at a time. I don't need them both going through. But yeah, that one through. And then theoretically for this one, I could probably just break the minecart and he will walk in. Oh, and I punched him by accident. Whoopsie. But I'm not going to be trading with him too much, so I don't particularly care. And finally, just to make sure they can't leave, extends this all the way up, and I want to land on the lily pad here, and break the minecart without punching him. There we go. And just plant these in, and he should farm up a whole bunch of carrots that will eventually be given to this guy. And then the two can eventually begin breeding, and their offspring will drop down through these trapdoors into the villager trading system. I hopefully gave them enough carrots. It's probably going to take at least a little bit of time before the two of them have enough food to begin breeding. because it's just, they take a ton of food to do so. But I'm confident that these two guys will eventually be able to get enough food. But in the event they're not, I did bring some extra carrots, so I'm just going to throw these on the ground here and pick them up. There we go, if you picked them up. With that, these two should eventually begin breeding whenever this guy is done picking up carrots. There we go. He's got some hots. You need to get some hots, and then once you do, you two will be able to make a child. And that child, I believe... Oh, you two looking at each other. Shouldn't watch, guys. Shouldn't watch. Okay, he got bored. Oh, they're throwing each other's carrots now. But now that I have this up and working, the babies should just begin to go through here. I don't see a reason why not, but I am going to sit here and watch over this for at least a little bit. But with all of that now nice and said, I think that's going to be doing it, guys, for today's episode. Hopefully before the episode ends, I kind of want to see these guys have a child. This blacksmith is refusing. His objects on principle. Where are your trades, actually? Coal? Okay. But with that nice and said, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to have anything you want to see me work on here in the future, be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions for what I should be working on in this series. I have a ton of projects that are always going on, 100 things that need fixing, and 100 things that need to be finished. So, with all of that now nice and said, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I hope to see you guys in the next one. So long. See ya. Bye! How much did I hurt the trade here? Not that much. Okay. This is wool trade. Interesting. And helmet. Why do you guys have two trades? Did I trade with you guys before? Weird. Why aren't you picking up more carrots? Come on, man.